Hello, welcome to Honolulu Grand Slam series, and this looks like a very weird tournament because it looks like we are going to play 8 hours to eliminate one player. 16 players advance to the second day, 17 players start. And my first opponent is Jeremy Upsall. He has a quite nice USSR record. And what do I have? Not so bad starting hand. I think containment is the card. Not worrying about socialist governments, so let's open this way. And even if he purges me, this hand is, well, very okay, to say the least. Arab-Israeli war. Actually very lucky that he missed it. Had he rolled good, I would regret not being purged instead. Maybe that's an overkill. Oh yes, that certainly was. So, well, I probably hold one of the 4-ups cards or play the entire hand. If blockade is triggered, in this case, he spaces first, succeeding in doing this. So let's prepare for independent reds. Now 2 into Italy was important. 3 into Italy was important because I will probably trigger socialist government myself. In which case he can't deny me access here. Okay, I think I can give up Pakistan and cool Lebanon, and yes, show him that I don't have anything like this, because he probably doesn't have anything better than just directly countering this coup. And yes, one of the 4-ups will be played, so I may trigger it as well soon. To Pakistan, to Thailand, for example. If he responds here. Sorry, Thailand. I will eventually get used to it. Okay, so he can take Pakistan with the China card, of course, but this gives me the China card. I think socialist governments is what I keep. Or maybe it's a good idea to trigger Nasser and coup Egypt. especially that this is gone for now, so and yes, very good roll, too late, because Middle East is not gonna come back, but Asia looks very good with 4 ops. I can take France and break Korea, or if he takes Pakistan, I can break Korea and take another Korea, grabbing domination in Asia, although I think it's better to take France and Libya in this case, guaranteeing myself accesses here. Maybe it would be wise to go to Laos, Cambodia, or to overprotect Thailand in case of Decol or Vietnam revolts. Next turn. 3 hours, but it's only 1 hour. I had issues with my engine, so he created the game. Therefore, I couldn't use 60 minutes, to which I modded my engine. No boosting NORAD, but boosting all the non-scored yet regions. And this is actually a very good moment to get defectors, because whatever he plays, I want to have it defected. If Red Scar paired, I'm not vulnerable to blockade. If he purges me later in turn... Oh, Vietnam revolts, yes. If he purges me later in turn, he probably gets Germany, but Truman will make my way onto it. Now the hold card isn't obvious, because I'd like to hold Decol and I'd like to hold Indo-Paki. However, spreading into India first may make Indo-Paki not so important. I assume he's not cooing. But wait, he probably has Asia scoring. Korean War was discarded by him, so this is a safe play for a while. And Indo-Paki is suddenly a good attempt to just trigger the event with 50% chance. Yes, Red Scar purge, as I was worried. Boo. Didn't go this well. I'm not hurrying in cooing because he can't commit suicide with CIA anyway. So I assume blockade, to which I'd like to have a 2-ops card to enter, Truman to eventually discard him from here. Therefore Decol stays and socialist governments have to go to space, and this has to be done ASAP. Fortunately for me this failed. So ASAP to make my hand more flexible. Now a 4 before a 3. It would be perhaps a 5 victory point swing had I rolled otherwise. If he has distal, it's a premature play of me. But well, and of course I don't have the power and I don't have the to take Canada a time, but maybe I should take Canada actually, because European domination is at stake. With a 4-ops card he could equalize the number of countries. Now he can't. I think I will break his presence in Middle East in my AR5, because this should make his AR6 blockade not so tempting to play. I don't gain that much by breaking North Korea, because this is a 1 VP swing in Asia and this is a 4 VP swing, although in a scored region. So let's do it. I can have Middle East scoring in the next round turn, so yes, he did this. Okay, then let's get to this. Europe will be scored, Asia will not. Sorry, Middle East not necessary, but I got Middle East actually. So Middle East scoring for giving up Europe. Alternatively, I can play Marshall Plan, disabling him from taking West Germany in a single move. I think this is much better. He has Asia scoring and hopefully he doesn't have 5-year plan, because I had played it. He has CIA and not much I could do about it. I didn't get Fidel. I got both D cards, so one of them has to be spaced, the other has to be held. Okay, now Europe doesn't really look very good and promising, but my hand does. I will have to trigger Suez. China card to France. I think Germany was a better choice. But says he wants to dominate Europe right now. By putting one into Greece, I enhance Marshall Plan somehow. I may choose between securing West Germany directly and playing this for the event, taking 1-2 and boosting some other countries, but removing it from the deck. I will lose Europe anyway, by which I mean that I'm not gonna score better than -1 here. Mhm. Okay then. I don't need the event when played like this. And he's not cooing. Ooh, but he evented this one and this stinks. This sub-region has to be secured, so Europe must be scored ASAP. And the worst thing is that he probably knows my entire hand, because none of these cards had appeared earlier. The good thing is he should have Asia scoring, and he should not have 5-year plan. And even if he had played the China card, so 5-year plan things don't work any longer. So Fidel, if he has Korean War and triggers it successfully, or Indo-Pakistani War and triggers it successfully, my Asian position is crippled, but it couldn't be better anyway. Otherwise, I'm scoring a 5 from here. He's scoring a 1 from here. The coup hasn't been performed yet, but he has CIA to play, so I assume he plays it on his AR6, giving me a coup and giving me a NORAD to activate. Not that I have many good places to activate NORAD in, but France doesn't look bad. What else problematic cards may he have? Problem is I have to activate Suez, so I have to play Europe scoring first. On the other hand, Suez doesn't really matter. The worst it does is denying me control of United Kingdom when the count of countries matters. Oh, he had this one and failed. Very fortunately for me, but now he has his mill-ups and I can no longer delay this one. And he's not forced to play CIA, so I will probably play Suez Crisis for a coup in Iraq. Influence. Oh, no coup in Iraq. Because what I need to do is to stop his scoring in Asia. I don't mean stop his scoring. I secure my self-domination. And I will not have the next action round very conveniently. Egypt This doesn't really matter. Let's make this more secure. And I will lose 2 military points here. And he will have DEFCON enhanced. So, okay, purging him is a great idea. And in general, I like what I got here. Fidel is gone, so with a little good luck, I may even fight for Central America control. Okay, quagmired me, cancelling NORAD, which didn't work even for a while. Quagmire with DEFCON at 4 is something I dislike, especially that I have Distal as the only good card to discard. CIA created, and what do you have here, my friend? Bird Trap, UN, Puppets, US, Japan. We will bury you one step. Nixon. So I will have to play the China card, I guess. And now, yeah, he got rid of CIA. This is not a good hand for him, while being purged. And what I just did creates some sort of nasty dilemma for him. I got off Quagmire on the first attempt. Coup in Thailand, I suppose. No. Panama. And this has to be countered directly. And no more Central American dreams of controlling it. Unless I play OAS to Panama and Argentina, but do I have time to things like this? Let's do it first. Score South America for Southeast Asia for a 5. And then I have 3 more action rounds, so I think Central America scoring for null. Arms race, maybe. And OAS as the AR7 play, no. No, because it creates 2 good coup targets. If I want to score arms race, I have to play Central America for 0, and I don't really have better options. Even with a bear trap, I guess. No, with US Japan. So this yeah, space race. He's gonna see my headline. Central America will score 2, arms race should score 3. This is going to be close to victory. Not victorious yet, of course, but very, very close. And non-scored regions remain Africa and South America. Yeah, this gives me the China card back. Yes, Africa will not be very good unless I get cards like Voice of America, Grain Sales or Colonial Rare Guards. Oh, but this gives me 2 more here. Suddenly. And let's go here, because it's not a juicy target for cooing. I forgot that he had this one. And that it was a must for him to play. So, let's go for Colonial Rare Guards. Especially when I'm showing to him my card, and especially when he sees my headline, because if I break Algeria, Nigeria, Saharan states and put one, say, in Ethiopia, I think whatever he plays, I'm winning by triggering Africa scoring. And maybe not. Okay, long gunman, so he's gonna see what I have. I don't think seeing it helps him much. I can always discard Africa scoring to Kennedy, because now I don't really scare about long gunman. But with the China card I can fight for Africa. And I can always save how I learned for my last action round. To play it for grabbing these victory points. But first, nuclear subs, I think. Okay, let's calm down, calm down. Let's first check him against having a 4-op cards, or which 3-op cards may he have. I will have time for nuclear subs and several attempts against Nigeria, because I can easily sacrifice Olympic Games. I can probably sacrifice U2 incident, and one of these cards can be sacrificed. Maybe even Kennedy. Check for the event. Yes, this is unpleasant, and how I learned is no longer important, so kaboom. Oh. Okay. Nice for me that this doesn't work. That this didn't work for him, sorry. Queen Zaire. With you two are playing Africa. Brezhnev too. If he realigns me from Nigeria, I can just coup Nigeria. And this has a downside risk on his side. And this coup was good enough. Of course, I will not win this game now. I just gave him one victory point. But well, okay. Well, this makes winning even tougher. Now. So. Okay. John Paul is a good and an aggressive headline. And then I will probably play Kennedy to get rid of all this crap. Actually, OPEC is free. So playing OPEC for free before I use Kennedy may be a better option, because then what? South African unrest is self-reparable, Arab-Israeli war may be nullified, Cultural Revolution is a 1VP or space, this is 1VP or space. Okay, OPEC is no longer free. Okay, he got all three of them. I certainly don't like this. By all three, I mean the mid-war Holy Trinity, Junta, Brush War, ABN. If he plays... Muslim Revolution on me, it becomes tougher. Missile envy. Yeah, I thought that... that he's probably holding. South America scoring in hand. Okay, I'll risk Arab Israeli war, only 1/6 chance that he wins it anyway, and I don't have time to play Camp David Accords. If he plays like coup in Colombia, he got Che exactly when he needed, so... And now I start cooing badly. Ooh, and he rolled a 6. Naughty, naughty. Okay, let's try to end this turn without enlisting the services of Mr. Kennedy. This is worth an 8. Can I do anything about this? I don't really think so. Okay then, you go to space. My position on the map is, I guess, good enough to win the game anyway. And he doesn't have the scoring, I guess. So let's hope I get the scoring. Discarding it to Kennedy. So now Willy Brandt resolve event first, letting him grab one more victory point, and here and Libya. He can't deny me access everywhere at once. This doesn't give me points, I guess. Yeah, doesn't. I'll be drawing more cards than him. So with a little bit of luck. Okay, but he's drawing 7 cards prior to the reshuffle and I'm drawing 6. Okay, it's probably him who draws South America scoring. Oh, and he may as well draw more cards, because he will be discarding a card, which I suppose may be Voice of America. And the whole South American problems are from this one point in Uruguay with puppets. This might have been a mistake. A huge mistake, maybe. So, goodbye, Voice of America. What the hell was that? Yes, Voice of America. And guess what? I got Voice of America. Other than that, I didn't get really meaningful cards. Let's start from grain sales. This should stop him from triggering the scoring. I will probably play the China card because I'd like to hold Kennedy yet again and East European Unrest, which is a mediocre card now. It becomes a monster once it's played in the late war. Flower power. I am not returning it, my friend. Instead, I'm trying to coup here, and with a success. It was a 3, and yes, South America is still worth a 5 for him, but I saved 3 victory points here. I may as well lose some victory points later, of course, due to the event, but well, maybe I can grab something with salt negotiations to avoid playing the China card and still to be able to hold 2 cards. I'm waiting for Muslim Revolution with Sadat. Warsaw Pact formed. So the problem is that I don't really have 2 good cards to actually play. This isn't going to do me any good, so let's take a chance on Mexico worked well. No good second target. So why not here? 3-3, so it would work nowhere anyway. Summit goes to Cameroon, I guess, for a coup. Salt waits for AR7, because maybe I can catch him here. South America scoring, yep. On the other hand, Voice of America should be AR7. What's going on? Coup attempt. Okay, maybe I clicked something else. Yes, I'm cooing. Yes, okay. This is provoking him to counter coup, so maybe salt negotiations can't work that good. Well, if he performs cooing, I'll be waiting for the cards he's going to play. Spacing shuttle diplomacy? Not convincing. So South America scored and probably is not gonna return. Voice of America targets Panama, Iraq, Syria. Oh no. Okay, so this is the time to grab this one. I know I'm risking missile envy, but this card has been played, not so many cards redrawn, so and 3 more action rounds to play is a coup, probably. Oh. With Sadat against Zaire. A perfect roll. I assume he counters somewhere. If not, I'm happy to play ABM Treaty just for ops. Maybe even for influence placement. Because what good can I have from raising DEFCON right now? I guess like nothing. Yeah, Muslim Revolution. So no event, just pure ops. Suddenly the fourth target for Voice of America became Algeria. But if he goes to Libya, then Libya, Panama, Iraq, Syria. Is the answer. Nothing to discard, so of course no defectors. This as planned. Maybe I was really lucky with coups. I must honestly say that I didn't pay attention to it. Is this a turn for Ask Not? His cards, Yuri and Samantha, perfectly playable on action round 7. Portuguese Empire, relatively harmless. Iranian hostage crisis, spaceable. So, Ask Not, probably waiting. Decall is somewhat of a pain, but can't really probably undermine me in Asia nor in Africa too much. It just enhances his position in Africa, or maybe I'm unable to do him much harm with Usuri, as much as I intended to, let's say. That's funny that he controls France and he has positive realignment modifiers. If I had teared down this wall at my disposal. We're playing quite fast. really good targets. What does this tell us? This tells us that he probably has Asia scoring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that if I want to fight for Asia, I have to trigger Usuri now or never. I think now is the better moment. If he responds with a 4, oh well. I think I'll have to use the China card. Taking Afghanistan. Probably, yes, he had a 4. Or no Afghanistan, but on the other hand. Afghanistan. And 2 into Japan. He has US Japan. He may have US Japan, but well, can't protect against everything at once. And now he's playing like, yeah, I have this scoring. It's worth noting that DEFCON is still at 3, but I can't really make much use of this. I can coup Libya, yes, but do I want to? Oh, whatever, he's going now. So no rush with Japan. Although Korean War is still somewhere in the text, so maybe let's rush with Japan. US-Japan is a 3 ops card for him now, so making it a free 4 ops card doesn't really change too much. Okay, Asia scoring it was. So now let's do what? Europe is equal and will probably remain equal. It's +1 for me, yes. Asia scored, South America scored. Africa is +1 and may easily be better after cooling. Central America is good, so let's just take military operations. And yes, I rolled a 6. Now Portuguese Empire crumbles. Does give him just one more country. But yep, Star Wars. Defectors 1, and yes, here, just to be able to play this Portuguese Empire. And Yuri and Samantha last action round. Iranian hostage crisis remains in hand. 1, 2, 3. I don't like Zaire, but I can't really fight for Zaire any longer. Otherwise than by cooing Cameroon. And I think it's worth more than cooing Ethiopia, and I failed a roll actually. So if Kennedy goes to work, maybe maybe. Ho ho ho. He went very far to space. Yep, discarding ox. Central America scoring. Cuban Missile Crisis, the Iron Lady. What's Central America worth? Aldrich aims now would be somewhat painful. Okay, the hell with this, let's go. This is never a DEFCON suicide. And if he doesn't, yes, he sees my hand, so I think I'm losing Central America scoring, or I'm losing Kennedy. If I were in his shoes, I'd drop Kennedy from my hand only if he has Fidel. Otherwise, Central America scoring would be the card of the choice. Korean War is the most obvious target for space race because South Korea is too important to lose and because flower power is too active. I will be playing the entire hand. If he doesn't have Fidel and discards Central America scoring, this means he's probably unable to inactivate Cuban Missile Crisis. In such a case, I may just perform coups and play Nuclear Test BAM in the action round 7. Scoring. Okay then. He's pushing into Middle East. So play event. Discard. 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 Done discarding. Now, he played Aldrich Ames, not Lone Gunman, and Aldrich Ames says that US player exposes his hand for the remainder of the turn. This is a play deck bug, so I'm repairing it. I wrote it because he should have this knowledge. So now maybe I should have written him this faster and explained it here later. Okay, now let's plan the turn. He's gonna have last action round. Okay, let's get rid of this first. Perform some cooing myself. Yes, he can't do anything about it. Let's attempt here. So maybe I can make use with my nuclear test ban plan. Red Scar Perch is waiting to be played into Israel. Or maybe into Poland. Warsaw Pact formed is discarded, and yeah, I forgot it completely, but Europe is subject to a domination by me now, rather sooner than later. Unless, of course, he remembers it now. No, he plays in the Middle East. Maybe too late for me to save the Middle East against his actions. He plays as if he had this. I think fighting for Middle East is more important than grabbing one victory point from the Iron Lady. Because Middle Eastern domination is worth 2 victory points by itself. So AR4, AR5 and AR6, and he has AR7 and I have not. And if he spaces successfully, he has 2 action rounds in a row at the end of the turn. Oh, Europe he had. I was too late then. Not too good. What's left? Africa and Middle East. Shouldn't have waited with this so long. Yeah, I could have had, perhaps. Okay. So Africa is the only scoring waiting. Let's attempt just one more coup. Successfully. And nuclear test ban for extra 2 victory points, I think. Oh, or not? Are these 2 victory points worth or not? What else can I do with this? I can take Poland, but Solidarity is waiting. So I think breaking East Germany is better. The final scoring should be easily won by me. The problem lies in the last turn that's remaining. Alliance for Progress. Yeah. what can he have to discard? Well, Rush War. What's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if he coups successfully, suddenly Africa becomes on his favor. Let's then trigger Africa in hairline. I know it's very risky when he sees my hairline, but I think only Brush War, because Deco is discarded. ABM is discarded. Glasnost is in my hand and not even boosted. So about my hand, Solidarity is a great event. One small step back will go for ops. OPEC will probably be UN intervened. Glasnost will be evented even if it costs 2 victory points. It pays for itself probably due to military operations, and if it flips a battleground, for example Libya, it's certainly worth. Ouch. Okay. So probably UN intervention goes with Glasnost. And coups will be searched for elsewhere. Distal is gonna give him Central American access. First of all, what's the... Okay, that was fortunate. I'd like to hold one card, I guess. Space 1. Okay, giving him Distal now would be too much. The China card is a 2 VP swing, and so would be OPEC after breaking Libya. But OPEC is a one influence point extra. And China is much more. Plus now I'm more flexible to use Solidarity, because I don't really need Poland that much. Of course, it's 2 victory points extra, but if I need these 2 ops elsewhere, well, of course there are priorities. For example, one small step is certainly playable first, or an evil empire. I need meal ops. Where do I get them best? I think that's the place. I rolled a 1, but this doesn't really matter. You US-Japan for space race? Only if you have Korean War this makes sense. So let's just assume you can't have it conveniently. And let's grab one more country here. One. Nah, let's trigger solidarity first to make him use something maybe inconvenient. With Czech, he may deny my African domination. I don't like this. Okay, Reagan bombs Libya. Gives me one extra. Maybe I should have broken Libya. Okay, my African domination won't hold anyway. So... oh, it works. Yeah, let's space this though. Just in case he triggers North Sea oil now. Or maybe I won't give him anyway. Just play OPEC. And this OPEC goes where? Libya and Lebanon? Is this sufficient? Yeah, should be. So thank you for watching and see you next time. This game is just getting to the end and I think it's yes, but it's still like GG. Whatever you get now, you will end the game. I didn't say I won. Well, actually I did, but not on the chat. Zairu. Oh yes, he has AR5. Sorry, AR8. Thank you.